Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alex, and this episode's subject comes in from Austin Lavin or Lavin, not sure. Hey Alex, I was wondering, what are your thoughts on Spider-Man going to be in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe? So if you somehow didn't know, Spider-Man has now been confirmed. He's going to be implemented into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, meaning the Avengers universe, you know, your Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, and so on and so forth. And I don't think any of us really expected this to happen. We all wanted it to happen. We were all hoping for it to happen, and we knew from the Sony hacks that they were in talks maybe and everything, but now it's actually confirmed, and I think everyone's pretty excited. I have it pretty well documented that I can't stand the Amazing Spider-Man films. The first one is bearable, at least. It's predictable and whatever, but the second one is one of the worst films I think I've ever seen. I hated it that much, so I'm glad that they're gonna. Well, I'm still not entirely sure what they're exactly gonna do. I'm pretty sure it's nearly been confirmed now that Andrew Garfield is not gonna be back for Spider-Man, which I guess I wouldn't be angry if he came back. I think they could make him work as Spider-Man, but I'm not exactly upset about it either. I think maybe it would be better to get someone new. But at the same time, it's gonna be weird, isn't it? The way because they've said they're gonna introduce him in another Marvel movie. It's people have been speculating that it probably will be Captain America: Civil War. So how are they gonna do that? They're gonna have to set up a new Spider-Man, and they're gonna have to do all these reveals and everything within that movie, and it's gonna be a strange, interesting thing they're gonna have to pull off there. Because then I think it's 2017. There's gonna be a standalone Spider-Man movie there based on the solo character and everything there. So does it really mean they're going to have to fly through in like 15 minutes the origin of Spider-Man again with a new actor, with Uncle Ben dying and him getting bit again? Do we really need to see that again? What I'm hoping they can do is much like in the Hulk film they did, where it's just like, yeah, they did a little montage like for the first minute that was just like, you're not an idiot. You're not an idiot. You understand. You know the basics behind the origin of the superhero. You've seen it enough. You've heard it enough. We can just skip past this now and get to the real meat of the story. I assume that's what they're going to try and do again, and that is the way to move forward. Overall, I am happy about this. I'm very happy because Spider-Man. He is one of my favorites, mainly because of the Raimi films, 1 and 2 They were some of the first ones to really get me into superheroes, and they were some of the first really good superhero movies that got the whole genre sort of going. And hopefully this is going to mean Spider-Man's going to come to the forefront a little bit more, because with the Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man 3 and all that, it really pulled him down. So now Iron Man and all the other Avengers are regarded even more than Spider-Man, which I never would have thought would happen 10 years ago, but it did. And from what I understand, they didn't have to pay a penny for it either. It's some weird deal they have with Sony, because Sony is still funding the standalone movie and everything, but Kevin Feige, I think it is, the head of Marvel guy, who's the genius behind the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe being bound together and working. I think everyone's just going to freak out no matter how good or whatever it is when Spider-Man shows up, and it's going to be finally like, yes, this is going to be tangible, all stuck together in a coherent universe, and it's going to be just nice to see that finally. I think the casting for Peter Parker is going to be kind of crucial for this. If they could try and find someone who's in between the Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire sort of Spider-Man, someone in the middle would be nice, because I don't know, I feel like Garfield was... I didn't really like how Fuck, I'm not going to go into that. That's another story for another day. So what do you think about the whole Spider-Man deal thing that's going on here? Personally, I'm very excited and happy to see it finally happen after all these years and terrible Spider-Man movies. Sure, it's going to be annoying or whatever if they have to force in the Uncle Ben thing and the spider bite and all that, but if they get out of the way, then he's just in the universe for good then, which is just great. So what do you think? Tell me in the comments below. So as always, thanks for watching. All comments and ratings are very much appreciated, and make sure you leave a suggestion for future Job Labs. I'll see you next time. Bye. On PC, but it is still that goofy fun, and that's what it should be. That's what the series should represent. And I just don't trust DICE to do it. Have they done AI before? Have they ever done that in any of their previous games? I'm trying to think. Mirror's Edge, I suppose there probably would have been some kind of AI, but that's different. It's not. You're not replicating a human sword or anything. So what it comes down to for me is just EA, DICE. You gotta remember. You gotta build on the